X. Mr. Wads on the beat. Mr. Wads on the beat. Manchester business. Manchester business. Your rap is full. Where's that ginger cunt Reds are hibernating? Where the fuck is it? Somebody get Reds and go and bell him on the phone. Go and bell him on the phone. Go and bell him on the phone. Tell him Bobby Rex has landed. Tell him that I'm home. Tell him that I'm home. Tell him that I'm home. Somebody get Reds and go and bell him on the phone. Go and bell him on the phone. Go and bell him on the phone. Tell him Bobby Rex has landed. Tell him that I'm home. Tell him that I'm home.
Welcome to Rap is Full. We are here in a unique, undisclosed venue. We have a tryout battle here, so I'll let them introduce themselves and I'll get out of the way. Alright.
It's John Tho. Big Red, let's go.
Yo.
Man, I'm not able. I would have brought some pod jokes if I knew this fucking event was in a stable. Kid. This event is literally turned to horse shit. You foxy, you prick. I swear down, I never would have took this battle if at the time I heard of this. Had to travel all the way up from Tralee, County Kerry, and they got me a fucking journalist. And after this, I don't want to hear any bitching no more and no crying, because this is both of our debuts, and most battlers just spend their time chatting shit online, and you're a journalist, so the transition should be fine, man. I'm dumbfounded, they got me rudely. He looks like something off them home, they call him droopy. He ain't nobody's dog, he's a groupie. Especially after pointing a few keys. I make killing him my duty. Man's hero, Judge Judy. Well, this is your sentence, they are the jury. This is detention, you're getting school G. This my redemption, I'm Tyson Fury. Catch him at conventions, dressed as Shuri. You're gonna take a big L, you big cunt, why can't you see? You're not big L or big pun or B-I-G. You're just a big fat fuck stood in front of me. A stiff jab, separating your teeth, uppercut. Levitate him off his feet, speak up. Body dumped in the street. I clicked on your Facebook and had a little look. The very first photo was all I fucking took. A bitch with big hair and calling him Marge. Now scratch that, man's more like Kevin. From Kevin and Perry, go large as Enfield but more swell. Well then I guess it's time to bring Harry back to Rudy's hell. I'll remove his head just to prove he's wet. Man became a journalist to improve his well, so's the dude a threat. You need to get in shape now, he knows there's no escape. Now I know that he's afraid, he'll attempt to get at me. So he knows I'm only here to remove a journalist's head on cam like I'm a jihadi. You can call me G. You can call me Jihadi John, and this G had your mom, she calls me the Jihadi bomb. But hold up, wait, we're both fucking foxy. Man, I could be your G-daddy. That's the first round, didn't even break a sweat. But if he gets me vexed, I'll be killing Red like Bobby Rex, and that's time.
Let's go.
I'm struggling to think of an angle for John Hennessy. Really stumped me. I mean, I can't do ginger jokes. Be a bit rich coming from me. I could say he's heavy, be a dickhead, call him ugly. Then I remembered, John's a culchie. Lumpy. Fuck me, down there yous are living in the past. John's the type of guy who's more than happy to wear a mask, but he thinks it's for the swine flu. You are living in the fucking past. I saw him post on Facebook about Trump saying, "Jeez, I can't believe they elected him, it's bloody mad. It was 4 years ago, you scruffy twat." People are saying we look a bit similar, giving me the third degree. And maybe one day we will, if things start to go a good bit worse for me. But for now, I really don't think that's true when you've got shit hair, a shit beard, and shit tattoos. And when you talk, I'll close my ears, I can't even listen, mate. You sound like Danny Healy-Rae went through a Cypress Hilly phase. And this farmer would love it if we could switch roles. Stop taking selfies with the Spire, man, it's just a big pole.
I don't even know if I did, but I'm not.
Stop taking selfies with the Spire, man, it's just a big pole. I showed up to the venue like, right, bit of a shithole. He showed up to the venue like, wow, so this is the big smoke, let's go. Yeah, no. He showed up to the venue like, wow, so this is the big smoke, let's go. Yeah, no. And because of the COVID guidelines, I was told I couldn't bring any mates to the venue. The staff said it was for the safety of the performers. They meant you, because if they did show up, you'd have wished you got COVID instead. But the last thing Hennessy would be a bottle of brandy smashed over his head. This smelly farmer wore a super dry coat to his debs. Fuck all that home field advantage shit, because if we did this in the middle of Tralee, I'd have smoked them. Only problem is there's no internet down there, so the footage would never be uploaded. If you're thinking of battling again, don't, mate, leave it. Only called himself John Tho because he's just some no-name Egypt. But the coronavirus hasn't really been that bad for John. Just want to know why?
Why?
Because people have been social distancing from him for his whole life. It's the end of my first round. I'll leave you with some words of clarity. Things will get better for you, John. Once they invent a mask that covers your whole face, body and personality time.
I couldn't get through this battle without mentioning your legitimate targets, and it wasn't shit, sure. You could have just done another take, make it a bit crisper, or maybe not whisper, sounding like you were spitting through a mouthful of blisters after drinking a little Rapsins without any mix. I was half expecting your mom to bust in the room like, what's with all this racket? What did I tell you about rapping, mister? And this here's where me and you differ. I have to drive 2 hours to work every day. Will you just stroll away to Joe and your flicker to the same office that don't even trust you with the scissors with that longish foxy hair? Swear down you could be my sister. He showed it RIP to RAF. Ironic he didn't realise at the same time it was them organising his death. Individual looked old, tired and washed. Sounded like in your lifetime you haven't spoke a lot. Now you sounded like a cross between Mike Tyson and Jonathan Ross. Well, I'm Mike because before this battle I knew my opponent already lost. Now I'm Jonathan Ross because I'm worth about 1,000 new lot, and I'm not trying to burst your bubble. It's just something Jonathan Ross said on the BBC about journalists that got him in trouble. And I'm not even trying to be subtle. One slap and haven't seen double. That's right, you'll be seeing double, dude. I'm ready to kill this W and walk away with the W. Shit's backwards. If I see red, your head is what you're gonna lose. A journalist, I know a rapper, whoa, the dude is special. Well, I'll have him committed to asylum like Rudy Mental, and it's funny. He never done any legitimate targets until he got the diss the staff team, brought up his articles, and how he's done more for the scene. He said facts and facts. Well, who can argue with that? 2 articles, 30,000 views, brought more eyes to the scene than any batter has. Bringing up those articles, I wouldn't have risked it. Everybody knows how easy it is to manipulate numbers and statistics. Tro.ie has 3.4 million users globally, with 1.7 million active users in Ireland per month, 15,000 views per article. That's less than 0.4%, you cunt.
Quick maths.
Talking about how much you've done for the scene got me pissed off. Done more than every other battler. Man, you haven't even done more than TikTok. Bitch, stop. I just came here to get drunk and have lots of fun. This event was invite only and I'm just surprised that you got one. He's a weirdo. If he ever did or does have sex, it will be with no consent. That's 1000% portrays himself as a nice guy and gent. I'm not having it. One slap, leave his face with a dent, leave his neck all bent, so his next rest turns out like the name of this event. And I'll be right back. That's Alexander Trent.
Right, I was fuming from the day I found out I was going to be John's target. He's beyond harmless. You think he's hot hardy, he's not chatting, he's just in this position and no one really knows why. Like Michal Martin. No one really knows why. Michal Martin. And when it comes to this, you should really have the advantage. Because you did some video battles during lockdown where you were rapping. And I'm not saying I'm jealous of you having to practice, but at least if you used to spit in your bars and not getting reaction. The fella you were against was so shit. And he still made this prick rattle. You said, if he was a boxer, he'd probably box in his boxers. The fella you were against was so shit, and he still made this prick rattle. You said, if he was a boxer, he'd probably box in his boxers. Is this a make-a-wish battle? Because you're waiting to hear shit bars like that from me. Stop, leave it to him. Because the only way, if it was a make-a-wish battle, it'd be the only way that John Cena win. And you're way too obsessed with battle rap, mate. It's wrong. The only fella in the building with 7 different subscriptions to the Rappers Full Patreon. Before the battle, he asked me who my favourite rapper ever was. I said Tupac, the man's the GOAT. He said, yeah, he'd be up there for me too, just behind Nash and Phony. You're way too obsessed with battle rap. I went on his Facebook to have a gander, just see the fella I'd be rapping at. And what I found was actually sad. Any pictures with any women? No way. His profile picture, him and O'Shea. His cover photo, also him and O'Shea. It's depressing as fuck, but I thought we'd go again. I'll check the next, please. Just him sort of pointing like this at lefties. Ridiculous. So, this is pointing like this at lefties. Yeah, time.
Horse on the right, please control yourself.
X. Mr. Wad's on the beat. Manchester business. Your rap is full. Where's that ginger cunt Reds are hibernating? Where the fuck is it? Somebody get Reds and go and bell him on the phone.